First word that comes to mind with these names, Iman Ghazi. But anyone specifically that you really connect with and you're like, man, this guy is inspiring. And
Yeah.
nice. My man, how much are you making right now with your YouTube channel and your affiliates on Go High Level on a monthly basis? Really?
Yeah.
Alright guys, if SMMA was in the dictionary and it had a picture, you would probably see this guy's face on it right now. I'll explain to you very quickly why. So Thomas blew up recently on YouTube because of his service delivery and how he showed everything transparently, and to be honest, it helped me quite a fair bit. So here I am after like 7 months watching his YouTube video, doing a podcast with him. So thank you so much, Thomas, for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The first question I want to ask you is, what made you want to do that video? Like that video where you show your service delivery and transparency with the cold calling and everything else.
Yeah, so you know, people want value. People want to know how to actually do the stuff that, you know, other gurus say. So like cold calling, for example, they actually want to see someone doing it. So that's why I recorded that video. And yeah, just showing the service delivery, that's what people really want. They want that transparency. They want like the authenticity, the rawness. And I just thought that would be a good video, and yeah, got a lot of views. That really blew up my channel quite a lot. So happy about it.
Did you think it would blow up when you were making that video? Did you know like, shit, this is gonna blow up, man? What was going through your mind as you were making that video?
I had several YouTube channels in the past, you know, like Minecraft Let's Play channel,
Right.
like gaming channels, and then horror story channels. So
Nice.
all of those years of editing videos, just knowing how to have the thumbnails, the titles, the watch time, all of that really compounded into that final personal channel with SMMA.
Yeah.
So I would say I kind of knew that the views would come, but I didn't expect the amount of volume.
Right. That's interesting. You mentioned that you had a few channels and all of those years of compounding came, and then that video was literally the tip of the iceberg and your channel blew up, right? How many years was it of editing and figuring things out and finding a style of YouTube organic content?
Well, I wanted to stand out, you know, having a little bit of a character on camera. That definitely helps. Most people, you know, they don't have the authority as well when they're talking about something. So all the SMMA videos you see online, it's just really people talking about how to go about outreach, but they're not actually doing it themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But how many years did you take to learn how to edit YouTube videos? How many years of, like, maybe I wouldn't say failure, but
ever since I was 15.
Shit, and now you are 21, right?
Yeah.
So that was 6 years before your channel blew up almost, right?
Yeah. And I had, you know, like film classes in school. So
Oh shit.
also helped.
Tell me more about that, man.
Yeah, like my old school had a film class.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, you just kind of compound the skills of editing, learning how to use the camera. You know, those are like all skills that right now in the 21st century, you really
Yeah.
need.
I didn't know you had film classes. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
Top of my class.
Shit.
Yeah.
No wonder, bro. And then how did you discover SMMA? Like, you were doing film classes, you were doing YouTube videos, you were doing Minecraft. How did you decide to pivot to SMMA and be like, okay, I'm going to share SMMA
Yeah, I mean,
stuff?
yeah, I was watching a bunch of SMA videos before, so Iman Ghazi, even Jaime Higuera. So, you know, then I started buying the courses. Didn't really find any success with e-com, so pivoted into local lead gen. So that's when I started doing permanent makeup artists. So having an agency for permanent makeup artists, helping them get more clients, and then I pivoted into body sculpting, which is you know, that's when you can start making better money. So, you know, you can charge more per client. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Talk to me about e-com. What specifically did you try in e-commerce? Because there's quite a few big boys that still do e-com and still promote e-commerce stuff.
Right.
Talk to me about what you tried and why did it fail?
I basically reached out to a pillowcase brand. Basically, it was this brand where, you know, it's just a pillowcase, put it on your pillow. Supposedly it would reduce acne. Whether it worked or not, no idea. But I offered basically, hey, I could record a free little TikTok video for you, a TikTok ad. I can run the ad for you. The ad didn't do shit, you know. So whether I didn't have the pixel set up, whether the ad was just bad, I thought the ad was pretty good. I don't know. For me to get that client initially was just such a pain that's when I really started thinking e-com was just difficult.
Right.
just saturated. A lot of people reaching out to e-commerce brands. So for me to stand out, almost impossible.
Yeah, makes sense. And what was your first success like in SMMA in terms of like client delivery and finding out like, oh shit, this works? What was your first successful case study?
It was back when I lived in Amsterdam. So I reached out to a permanent makeup studio and I told her, hey, I'm a digital marketing student. I can run your ads for free. She was like, yeah, okay, great. Like, I'm also starting out. Actually, prior to that, a bunch of people just said no. Even if I offered, Facebook ads for free, they just didn't even understand, like, why are you selling me Facebook ads? I don't want to pay for ads. It was a little bit of a learning curve, but with that client, found success immediately. Had a $1 cost per lead.
Shit. Which year was this? 2022?
2 years ago.
2021.
Yeah, 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, this was when I was still in university.
Wow. Shit.
Yeah.
So tell me about like this desire to be an entrepreneur and everything. Were you from a well-off family? And if you were, why did you still want to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah. I can't really complain and say that I came from like poor family.
Yeah.
That I was an orphan or some shit like that. But my dad definitely, had sort of a stable corporate job that kind of pushed me to go away from that. And yeah, that kind of motivated me to try and build something for myself. Because I didn't want to be working for someone. I don't know whether it's, an ego thing or, no idea what it is, but just having that freedom, I think was big for me.
You seem like a pretty humble person in real life, honestly speaking. And I feel like deep down inside, you care a little bit more than most gurus that I've seen and met online and in person. If you know who I'm referring to, anyways, never mind. But you seem like you care a lot more than the usual people who are just trying to sell and fuck off. Like, they're just trying to look for a quick fix, quick fuck, and then they fuck off, and then they just keep doing DMs and outreach. You seem a bit different.
Yeah.
Would you say you formed that kind of like caring attitude towards your client and really wanting to deliver results from your childhood, or how did you get to be this way?
Yeah, well, money ultimately comes from providing value. So you have to actually deliver, a good service to your clients. And
how did you think like that?
Well, yeah, the same goes with YouTube. You have to also provide a lot of value to people for them to actually pay attention to you, to keep watching you. Yeah, that just comes from books. I read a lot of books, so that's just an example of, for example, provide a lot of value and the money is just going to come afterwards.
Any mentors you had specifically that helped you with your growth, or were they all sort of just pushing you in that direction but not really guiding you? Any specific mentors that come to mind?
Honestly, no, just books.
Right, just books.
The mentors, I would say, came a little bit later. People like, Joe Kaplan, Charlie Morgan, those are people that are ahead of me. They have a lot to teach me, and I still have a lot to learn.
You talked about books. Which were the books that helped you with your marketing SMMA journey specifically?
I would say Cashvertising.
Cashvertising.
Yeah.
Cashvertising.
That's a good book for copywriting.
Okay.
And then for marketing, it's just really like, just watch a bunch of videos online.
Right.
It's literally free. Most people don't realize, like, just like go on Google, like ask your question for how to run ads for a dentist, whatever, like you'll find your answer fast. You'd be surprised.
Completely agree with you, man. Why do you think SMMA kids, they watch videos on motivation and random stuff, but they don't watch videos on how to do Facebook ads for X, Y, and Z niche? Why do you think people are so drawn to like Andrew Tate kind of videos where they're getting scolded upon? And you sort of do that a little bit in your videos, so you like, you piece of X, Y, and Z, you're sitting down here procrastinating, deep throating my videos, blah, blah, blah. But you should be doing service delivery. You should be watching Facebook ads, service delivery videos. Why do you think people are like that? Oh, specifically SMMA kids.
It's the dopamine. I mean, you look at the algorithm, you're just kind of like scrolling through it.
Yeah.
You're being fed the videos literally, right? You don't really have the choice, right? People don't actively like search up Andrew Tate. He just kind of appears there because people just kind of get hooked to it. So it's the dopamine, and you kind of have to get away from that. And that's why, for example, I have, even on my YouTube homepage, like there's no videos because I have like a bunch of extensions where it blocks the videos, it blocks all the recommendations. So you have to be careful with that, and you have to be intentional about the information that you need, really.
Tell me about those extensions and these productivity hacks. That's interesting to me because I think a lot of people do it, like they black out their phones, etc. What are the things that you do currently for yourself?
Yeah, so the YouTube extension, that's huge, because, you know, especially you just open YouTube, you have like all the recommendations.
Fucking rabbit hole.
I would say sleep. I like to go to sleep at the same time every night.
What time?
Around 10 p.m.
Bro, you're such a good kid, man. I'm fucked, man, compared to you.
Yeah, and then honestly, I'm not a huge like biohacker. Like, I don't have an Aura ring and stuff like that, but I do, you know, like to eat healthy, because I noticed, for example, you know, if I eat like this morning, like cinnamon roll, cheesecake, literally that's what I ate this morning, bro, and I felt like shit. Like, I just napped, you know, an hour ago. So you kind of feel when you eat like shit, when you don't have a routine, you kind of have that brain fog. So I would say the biggest thing, besides like the ad blockers, the things that make you focus, is your health, what you put in your body, and then the routine. So the sleep routine, stuff like that, that's crucial.
Interesting. How would your mates from school describe you as when you're in school?
Silent.
Silent?
Yeah.
You were introverted and quiet in one class?
Yeah.
Just like sitting down and like thinking about making uniques.
I would see in like all my report cards, like, it's actually funny, you kind of notice a pattern when you see the teachers comment about you. Mine would always be, you know, Thomas is very stoic. So
for real?
Yeah.
Stoic?
Yeah, stoic. I would say stoic, just calm, stoic.
Would you say, okay, interesting. So stoicism, Alex Hormozzi is a big stoic. Would you say you're similar to that? Do you have his thought patterns? Do you have his beliefs?
Yeah, 100%. I always try to be as emotionally detached as I can to any outcome.
Right.
Any, even just business model, right? You see a lot of people stick to SMMA, for example, for several years in one niche, like, and it's just not working. Like, you can pivot into something else, and you're in a boat, so to speak, that goes faster, right? You're just at a different speed when you identify the opportunities that don't slow you down, right?
Right. Wow, interesting. Speaking of about the opposite of stoicism, what brings you joy right now in your life?
Helping people. Yeah.
Helping SMMA owners, or helping business owners, or just in general?
I would say seeing the impact I have on other people in terms of how I help them with their business, with their thinking. Yeah, that really satisfies me.
I gotta thank you, man, for that video, because of you, I'm using Go High Level now. That was 6 or 7 months ago, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah,
that was fucking great. That video was like, wow, Go High Level, huh? Okay, but I didn't use your
affiliate
link. Talk to me about that affiliate link. Like, how much are you making right now with your YouTube channel and your affiliates on Go High Level on a monthly basis?
So now the affiliates are around $80,000 a month. Yeah, as for the agency, we're transitioning into a SaaS model, so it's a much longer play. What I'm trying to do right now is really just funnel all the affiliate money into the longer term play.
And I really respect you for that, because I would think at your stage, making 80K at the age of 21, you just turned 21, or okay, at the age of 21, making $80,000 off affiliate money, and we spoke about this earlier before the podcast, that you would just double down on your affiliates and just try to make money from there. But you want to build a business and make a model that helps people, like you mentioned, right? I have a lot of respect for you for doing that instead of just going all out for the affiliate, which is not wrong. It's not wrong, but I guess I can see the perspective that you're coming from. So tell me a bit more about that. Why do you still want to build stuff?
Because there's also a lot of a passion in it. So I would say I'm a big builder. So I like to create things. I'd say I'm very creative. So building a software, that's like something that actually gets me going. You know, I could keep doing the affiliate thing, you know, keep making videos, which I will. It's just right now, I'd say I'm in a stage where I want a little bit of a challenge.
It brings you purpose and happiness, I would say.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. How much are you making total from all of your combined sources per month besides the affiliate?
I mean, yeah, the other income sources vary, but I would say 90K.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How do you stay grounded while earning so much at such a young age? You know, because like I did slightly above 6 figures last year, and not that I'm egotistical. Do you find me egotistical?
No, not at all.
It's not at all? Are you sure, being honest?
No, of course.
Okay, yeah. So I try to be humble and I try to keep myself grounded. But if I was in your shoes and I was 21 earning the amount of money you're doing, which is like $1 million per year or more, I don't know if I'll be able to stay humble, stay grounded, stay stoic, you know? How do you stay this way despite earning so much money?
You get humbled over time. For example, you know, recently one of my bank accounts actually just closed because
Tell me about that.
I couldn't, I had to just some tax problems there. So had to basically provide tax information that I, I didn't even know how to file tax.
I still don't know how to file taxes.
Yeah,
bro.
those types of things just kind of humble you when you realize you need to know a lot of things to be at the level, of some of these other guys that actually know it. Like they know, all the little tax setups. They know how to hire, how to manage a team. So that really humbles me. I just look at people above and I think, I'm just not at that level.
Right. And that keeps you humble. Interesting.
Yeah.
I completely feel you, man. Like, I don't know what I would be doing at 21, man. Like, I think I was telling you before, I was jacking off 6 times a day from the age of 14 to 21 or 22, 23. And yeah, I don't think I'd be able to handle the amount of money you have right now. So yeah, mad respect to you for that, man. What's your vision like for the next 5 to 10 years? Ideally, what would you want to have as a business owner, as a person with so much success at such a young age? You know what I mean?
5 to 10 years, I would say right now, I definitely, I'm good with the money. I want to obviously build it up slowly to a higher amount. But right now, honestly, 80K a month, pure profit. Like most people, 10K a month, just like Iman says, like 10K a month is honestly when you're happiest.
Yeah.
I know that's when I was like my most ecstatic. But and so yeah, right now on the money side it's fine, and so right now it's just a stage where it's about building the character, it's about developing all the other metrics of the video game character, so to speak, right? So
Video game character.
exactly.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I like to think of like you're an avatar, you can kind of like max out your stats. So like, character building, relationships, all of those other facets of life besides money. Those are obviously very important. I think, as a man, you need to have those set as well.
Interesting. Let's try this. It's a fun challenge by my friend Fahim. He told me to do this with you. Quick fire, okay? First word that comes to mind with these names. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Iman Ghazi,
Rich,
Charlie Morgan,
intelligent,
Joe Kaplan.
Jew.
And you a Jew?
No.
Alex Ormozzi.
Stoic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Crazy.
Why do you think Elon Musk is crazy, man?
He's just incredibly ambitious and he just goes after it.
Yeah.
I think you need to be a little bit insane to do that.
Right? Me.
One word that comes to mind? Charismatic.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? I thought you hated me, man.
No, bro. Charismatic shit.
Thanks, bro. Interesting. So we were talking about Elon Musk just now. I want to sort of get into that a little bit. You say you think people have to be sort of crazy to be as ambitious. Would you want to be as ambitious as that? Do you want to be a multi-billionaire leading humanity, or do you feel like right now what you have and what you're working towards is enough?
I think it's enough. Billionaire, what would that do? Like, there's only so much extra fulfillment or happiness that comes with making, an next like a billion. Like, having millions is enough, I'd say.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like right now, we all know you're successful and you're blowing up on the internet. Do you want to be at certain people's stages like Iman Ghazi? Like he's almost like trying to be like a celebrity, and he calls his followers his fans, which I find kind of weird. He should call them his followers or just people part of his community. What kind of, I wouldn't say global, what kind of person do you want people to refer to you back as when they be like, I know Thomas is my buddy, or I know Thomas is my mentor? What do you want people to say about you in the next 5 to 10 years?
That he gave a lot away. Yeah.
I mean, you told me you don't really trust people, but are you the sort of person that just only has like one small tight-knit community, like a small group of friends, and then you just keep that? Or do you plan on expanding your network and just being as big as possible and connecting with people worldwide? What do you want to...
I kind of have the opinion that, you can network with a lot of people, but like ultimately, if you're not your own person yourself, and you don't have something going for yourself in terms of like a business that actually, makes a lot of money and people actually look up to that, and people don't really want to connect with you. So I think I'm more of the person that, builds by himself, and then people want to join, they can join, and we can, start things together, but there needs to be a lot of trust there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. Like for me, I personally struggled. I started my agency with actually one of my mentees. I coached him and taught him a bit of marketing here and there. And then he sort of left me and opened his own agency. So I don't know if you'll ever get there, but like from what I've spoken to, like a lot of big boys, like I think even maybe Joe, I'm not sure, but like all the big guys, they had a partner once upon a time and the partner not betrayed them, but it was like, let me just do this on my own. I could make double the money instead of giving you half.
Yeah. There's a lot of pride in business. You have to be careful. Partnerships aren't bad. I know there's a lot of people that shit on partnerships. Like, don't have a co-founder. Like, you can do it yourself. But I think when there's that trust there, when there's chemistry, chemistry is really important. And you don't have someone that's constantly agreeing with you. Like, you have this idea for the business and then they say, okay, like, let's do that. Then you have another idea and they agree again. Like, that's problematic, right?
Right.
So you want to have someone that kind of disagrees with you.
Someone that pushes back, basically. Is that what you're
Exactly. And that has, that shows that he also has a vision, that's like kind of separate than yours.
Who's someone you idolize right now? Someone you're like really looking up to? Just any specific person that comes to mind? Because you mentioned a few names, but anyone specifically that you really connect with and you're like, man, this guy is inspiring.
I would say Andrew Tate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Man.
I feel like deep down we all love Andrew Tate. We don't want to say it.
We just don't want to say it, right? Yeah. I mean, I openly declare it on my channel, man.
Yeah, he just hits me at a deep level,
right?
When I see those reels.
Why do you think so? It hits a lot of guys, man.
Yeah, no idea. He just speaks straight to you. Yeah, he just knows you more than you know yourself.
Yeah,
that's huge.
And I feel like that's what you do as well in your videos.
Yeah,
I think Charlie Morgan made a breakdown of your videos on his channel, saying that he sort of speaks to you like he already knows you more than you know yourself.
Yeah. That's what that's what you need to do in anything when you want to build an audience or sell to people. You need to know them. And I think for me, what was very powerful was that I was actually in that situation just a few months ago.
Man, that's so just a few months ago.
Yeah. So being in that situation, you know yourself. You know that I knew I was watching videos without taking action. So it's like, like a lot of people are in the same shoes. So
what's your schedule like right now? What do you do? Like, you told me your bedtime, 10 o'clock, fair. But what's your schedule like on a day-to-day basis, off days, etc.? I'm just very curious right now.
Right now,
like not in Bali, of course. Like, of course, Bali, we're kind of fucked. Like outside of Bali, when you're back at home in France, in Paris, whatever. What's your daily schedule like?
Yeah, so very boring. I try to go to bed at the same time. I go to the gym every day.
Every day?
Every day, yeah.
Damn, Mr. Andy Elliott Gonnet.
Yeah, and then just go back home, work. Recently started ordering food instead of cooking. So,
that's cool.
It's pretty much, it's just boring, but it works.
How many hours a day do you work? Currently, when you're back home, of course.
4 hours a day.
Oh, that's pretty okay. Yeah. That's pretty little, man, actually.
Yeah.
4 hours a day and the rest of them is just like gym, food, etc.
Yeah.
What do you do on your free time then?
Read, travel.
Man, you really are a stoic, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, I mean, my free time honestly is work, quote unquote. It's just building and thinking about the future. I'm a big planner. So I like to think about strategy. And I like to think about the future. Yeah. So in my free time, honestly, that's just what I do.
Wow. Interesting. Do you want kids? Do you want a family? Do you want to settle down? Or do you picture yourself being a nomad? Just traveling, fucking around?
Yeah, I'd want kids.
How many kids do you want?
3, 4.
Oh, nice. The same as me.
Yeah, I think if you go through life, just kind of like without a family, you're kind of missing out.
Yeah,
on a big part.
Jordan Peterson talks about that a lot. Do you listen to him?
Yeah, I didn't know he actually said that though, but I would agree with that.
What are your thoughts so far? Because I feel like in the SMMA world specifically, where we're in, a lot of kids are just struggling right now. They're just fucking struggling. They buy courses as well. They pay 5K, maybe they pay 2.5, and they just don't succeed. What's holding them back, in your opinion?
Lack of action.
Lack of action?
Yeah. They buy the course and they don't pick up the phone, start dialing. They don't send the emails. Or if they do, they give up relatively quickly. Also, they have too much pride. So they think they're worth $2,000 a month, because that's what the courses
teach you.
Yeah. But that's what they think they deserve. Deep down, I think, which can be a little bit destructive because you just give up, right? When actually you can build a business much faster when you're actually very humble about yourself and you realize, let me actually, talk to a business owner, offer my service for free, learn service delivery so that, I can then actually charge what I'm worth. I have a few testimonials.
Interesting.
And I'm actually building a valuable business and helping people.
True. Let me sort of ask you a little bit more deeper then. What's an opinion you have currently that you feel like a lot of people would disagree with you on?
Yeah, I would say for me, because I dropped out of college and everyone was telling me don't stay in college, it's risky, etc. I would say, yeah, related to that, like listen to yourself first. I feel like a lot of people listen to their surroundings, to their parents, their friends. Those people, they actually don't want the best for you. Like that's really what I think a lot of people have to come to terms with. And I feel like a lot of people would disagree with that. Yeah, they would want to, please their parents, please their friends. Yeah, kind of just follow what everyone is telling them to do. But when really it's not the best. It's just not the best for them. Yeah.
That's true. Wow. Yeah, I agree with you. How has your mindset changed so far when you first started out, like maybe 1 year ago, you weren't making as much money, right? And compared to now that you have a bit more experience, you've gone through maybe some ups and downs in business, you've faced the problems that you never thought you would face. It's like your payment issues and tax.
Yeah.
What have you changed so far in your mindset?
Just my opinion around money, how I think about money.
Which is?
I used to be very stingy, even people at school used to make fun of me because I used to ask people like, "Hey, you gonna finish that?" Because I didn't have money for basically.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I just hated asking my dad for money.
Asking your dad for money, so you just took your friend's food instead.
Yeah, no, I mean it was just kind of like an inside joke, but just my opinions around money was just very money is limited. You shouldn't spend it. You should really respect it, which I still do. I think if you just kind of spend it on whatever, it's going to run out very quickly, right? So you have to be very strong on the accounting side. But I would say now that I have money, I realize, actually it doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of fulfillment, but doesn't bring more happiness. It's just really a tool to keep building. Yeah,
that's true. What's the craziest thing you've done so far with the money you've earned?
Yesterday, we got a police escort to basically escort us. So we were in the van. The police escort was in front of us, just kind of, navigating, and we didn't have traffic, just like the other people. So,
anything else besides that? Are you a big spender? Do you go to the bars and clubs? Since you told me you don't really spend money back in the days, but do you now spend a lot more? Do you want to? I mean, you're giving away a Rolex, right, on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Tell me a bit more. Do you buy flashy items? Do you want to buy a Lambo? Do you want to do all of that stuff, or you're like, nah, it's not for me?
Yeah, of course. I think intuitively, any man that makes a lot of money is gonna spend it just to go, right? Because those are all status items. You buy the big house, the car, right? You wanna signal to the world that you have higher status than the person next door. Yeah, of course, because it's in human nature. Yeah.
So is that what you're planning to do right now? Or
yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah. But, you also have to be smart about it, where right now, for example, I've been humbled by the bank account story. So,
yeah,
just going a little bit slow with the spending.
Okay. Are you investing your money right now in other items besides business?
No.
Stocks, crypto?
Yeah. No. I think it's better to reinvest into the business, into assets that are actually going to make you money, as opposed to long-term things. I mean, I used to think that I should invest into, my eToro account, which is, trading account.
Yeah.
Invest in the S&P, stuff like that. But now that I actually make the amount I'm making, I realize, wait, I could just run ads and then, create a program, for example. And that is an asset in itself that makes me even more money. So yeah, it's interesting how I kind of shifted my perspective on that.
Wow. Okay. If you could sum it up into a small little blueprint or system, how could someone replicate the success you've currently had on YouTube, on your affiliates, on SMMA?
Put other people first. Yeah. You want to give as much value as possible, and you want to keep giving without even expecting anything in return. Once you can do that, you'll have all the money in the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And
very powerful philosophy, in my opinion.
That's true. Wow, that's true. And my final question to you is, if you had 5 minutes and the whole world was watching you, what would you say to them with the perspective you've gained so far?
Give first. Yeah.
Nice.
Give first.
That was 3 seconds. But yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. Nice. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. It was nice.
It's good talking to you.